How do you know how well you're doing financially? What's the true metric for financial success? Are you above average? Are you below average? How do you compare to the rest of the country? I'm going to show you what net worth is and how to calculate it. If you've ever came across articles written by the ultra wealthy, you'll notice that they measure their financial success through a term called net worth. They do not usually use their annual income to dictate whether they're doing well or not. And that's what I want you to learn today. The term net worth means your assets minus your liabilities. In other words, what you own minus what you owe. I'm going to go through an example with you, and then I want you guys to do this for yourselves so you can see where you stand and how you are doing financially. All right, so let's break down the example here on how to calculate your net worth, right? Remember, assets minus liabilities gives you your net worth. So the primary residence, this is where you live, right? The property that you own. Now, depending on who you speak to, some may say this is not really a factor in your net worth because it doesn't pay you, right? This is considered to be a part of your net worth for the majority of people when they do calculate this statement. But just know that depending on who you speak to, this could change in your formula. So for our purposes, $350,000 is what our primary residence is worth, right? In this example. So that goes in the asset column. Next, we have rental property. Let's say we have one rental property and that is worth $300,000. So we put that there. If you have a 401k, an IRA, any type of retirement account or savings like that, you're going to consider that in part of your asset column. Your car is an asset because you can sell it and you can get money for it, right? So it's worth, let's say, $10,000 in this situation. And then any cash accounts, liquid accounts, you're gonna put in there, and that's worth about $20,000. So we add all these up and we get a total of $700,000 in the asset column. Okay, so we're done with half of the equation. Now we move on to the next side. Liabilities, what you owe, right? These are loans, these are big debts. So mortgages, if you have more than one, in this case we do. We have the mortgage for our primary residence, and we have the mortgage for the rental property. So combined, our mortgages equal $550,000. Personal loans of any sort will go next. In this case, the $5,000 is a car loan that we have. So we include that. Student debt is a big one. We have to include that. So that's another $50,000. And then any type of credit card debt outstanding would be counted against you for another $1,000. So we add those up and we get $606,000 of liabilities. To get the net worth, we take the $700,000 positive and we subtract the $606,000, and that gives us a positive $94,000 in net worth. So these statements change day by day, right? If we pay the credit card debt down and we have no more $1,000 credit card debt, this number is going to change to 605. My net worth went up $1,000. Same thing goes if we add another rental property, if we add more into our 401k. This statement changes day by day, week by week. And so it's important that you continue to recalculate it to get a good metric of where you stand. So Alex, is that net worth good or bad? That $94,000 net worth, how does it compare to the rest of the country? So let's look at a chart that I got from the Fed, right? This is a source right from the government, and this is for 2023, all right? So we're going to start with less than 35 years old. You're going to see there's a median net worth and an average net worth. The average net worth is going to be skewed, and it's not really the most accurate number to measure. The median is right in the middle. So we want to look at that number because that's a better number to compare to. So we have $13,000 $13,900 as a median net worth for anyone that's less than 35 years old. 35 to 44 is $91,300. 45 to 54 is $168,600. 55 to 64 is $212,500. 65 to 74 years old, $266,400. And if you're over 75 years old, $254,800. So in this situation, if we have a $94,000 net worth, we are actually just slightly above the 35 to 44 year age mark. So, if you really wanted to see how you stood, if you were about 36 years old, you'd be doing pretty well. You'd be right in where the median is. Now, if you were 75 years or older, then you would be below the median net worth. And if you're less than 35, you're doing very well. So notice the net worth is significantly lower at a lower age, especially when you get underneath 30 years old, because there's a lot of student debt, right? And that really affects your net worth. Now, keep in mind, it's okay if your net worth is negative. And yes, it's possible for it to be negative. Actually, a lot of people under 30 years old have the negative net worth because of their student loan debt. And they're not yet in a house that they own, and they don't have enough assets, so they end up in a negative situation. So don't worry if you're there. You can get out of that once you pay off your student debt, and you can get into home ownership and start increasing your asset count. Thanks for watching today's video. I appreciate the support. Please share with any family or friends that you think could get value from this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, keep going, keep learning, and keep grinding.